Are you living in ego or living in soul? And do you even know? Right? The egoic world within which we live in is so asleep to love, drenched in fear, drenched in addiction, drenched in avoidance. Man, we can lose faith when we look out at the world, right? We turn the news on, we can lose faith in our humanity. What you focus on grows, right? Wherever you lay your attention, that's what you become. Where are you laying your attention right now? You know, one of the things that really changed my life was not watching so much news. It kept me confused and lost in the narrative of the world, which was largely based on fear, right? The fear of the ego, that the ego will not get what it wants or will lose what it has. The soul doesn't know fear. The soul is the place that we're being called forward to next. The soul is the place that lives within you, has always lived within you. When you came into existence and you stared up at your mother's eyes and your mother stared back, in that connection, that's the connection of life. That's the connection of life within you that is being called forward, that you are calling forward. Whether you know it or not, it's happening right now. And there are two paths to choose from. There's the egoic path, which will lead you into addiction, avoidance, all of that. All of the things that the world is pushing on you. And then there's the other path, the soul path, the liberation path, the true liberation path. That path is going to take some work. That path is challenging. But the rewards are exponential. The freedom that you will gain. And what we're talking about here is the great surrender. The surrender of all of the pain, of all the belief that you won't be able to contain yourself in that pain. This is the path I've been walking on for some time now. And it is hard. It is. I'm not going to pretend like it isn't. But what are we going to do? We're going to go the other way. We're going to drown ourselves in drink and drugs and sex and gambling and sugar and all of the other vices that are being projected onto us through advertising, yada, 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 to keep us numb, to keep us quiet, right? Well, I won't be quiet. No, no, no. No, I refuse to follow the herd. And cast me down and kick me aside. I don't care anymore. And most of my life, I've spent following the sheep, people pleasing, afraid to be outed as some kind of not acceptable, not part of the norm, right? And what is normal in our world? When we came into lockdown, we really saw, right? It's not a normal world. As Gabor Mate said, it's a traumatized world run by traumatized people. We need new leaders. The world is in need of new leaders who are living, serving, leading, yes, from their heart. And you, whoever you are watching this right now, can begin to start to become that leader. That leader is within you. We are all leaders. Whether we believe it or not, we are. We lead ourselves in each day, right? And to say that you have no power, that you are just one person and can't influence the world, is a cop-out, my friend. It only takes one person to change the world. I know that's a cliche, but it's true. Look at history. Hitler, Gandhi, the list goes on and on and on. So who are you going to be? Are you going to be Hitler or are you going to be Gandhi? Because if we stay asleep, then we're on the side of Hitler. And that's a big statement. So, but you get my point, right? If we're awake, and what I mean by that is that we're aware of what's going on within ourselves and that our responsibility is to spread love, then we are Gandhi. Or Mother Teresa, or whoever it may be that you identify with from a loving, giving place, right? But you do have an authentic power to create change in this world. You really do. So what will you do today? One thing today to spread loving kindness, to lead others in the love that is within you. Because love is the only way through for us, right? Scary times lie ahead, for sure. I feel that in my gut. But I believe that the vibration of love is far stronger than that of fear. And like we know from all the movies that the good usually wins out, right? So we've got to continue to become a force for good. Together, collectively, right? In this individualistic Western world that we live in, we're all in our own little bubble, so doing for ourselves, right? I've got my thing, and I'm victim to this as well, and needing to branch out and create networks and structures of a shared vision to lift this greater vision of healing for the world. There is a calling on your soul. There is something in this life that you're intended to do for the good of all. Whatever that may be, whether how big or small, it doesn't matter. Your role, your task in this life is to find out what that thing is. What sets your life on fire? What are you most passionate about? Yeah, because when you do the thing you love, you're going to do it great, you're going to do it well, and everyone else is going to benefit from it, right? When you're doing something you don't love, you're miserable, and you're creating an environment of miserable energy as a result. How does anyone benefit from that? They don't, right? So you need to find the thing that you love to do, the passion that is within you, and go out and serve the world in it. I challenge you to begin to walk more upon that path. And it will be hard. Like I said, trust, it will be. But through adversity you grow. And through adversity you begin to know who you truly are and believe it wholeheartedly, step by step by step. And we break a little bit more, and we break a little bit more, and we release a little bit more, and we find out who we really are in the process, and we learn to love ourselves in the process, and then we can truly love another. Then we can truly love those in suffering in this world and collectively heal. Because we are one. Bit of a cliche again, right? But we really are. Collectively we are. If you suffer, I suffer. The rest is an illusion of the ego. So will you continue to suffer under the illusion of your ego, or will you step into the uncomfortable sensations that are required for you to transcend the limits of the ego and step into your higher consciousness of love? Practice loving kindness in everything you do in this day. Let me know in the comments below exactly how that went for you. I'd love to hear that. Let's join in this together. Let's continue this conversation. And please like, subscribe, all of that stuff. And let me know what you'd like to hear more content on. Sending so much love and light. Peace.